Hello everyone, so quickly before we start the video, I just wanted to show you guys where you park for this spot. So I parked on the road as there's a free parking spot at the top, but there is this massive car park here if you are wondering about where you can park. During the summer months you can also park on the road for free on the double yellow lines I believe, but just make sure that you're following the rules and looking out for the parking stuff. But here you go, here's the prices, so yeah, enjoy the video.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fish with Matt channel and another video on the channel. Very nice. So today we're down the lovely Southbourne. It's a good beach. I like it and I dislike it. I hate the sand, but when the weather conditions are like this, you gotta love it. So we're fishing today on Wednesday the 6th or 7th of February. We've had a lot of wind last night, so the water is really murked up and there's a good bit of surf. We've got about a 1 to 2 metre surf out there. So it should be perfect for targeting bass. I'm pretty sure I said in the last video that we're not allowed to target them, but I believe you are. It's just a catch and release basis. So yeah, we're gonna be going for a big bass today. We're gonna be going for some flatfish during the day. At night time we're going to be going for the bass and then some rays as well, and maybe even some sole. So yeah, flatfish, rays, bass. Let's get into it, everybody. So I've come down today on my own, on my day off. Unfortunately not with our good friend Dangler, but the conditions, as I said, they're just perfect. There's going to be no wind today. It's going to be a little bit wet. There's going to be a bit of mist coming down all day, I'd imagine. But look at that. We got a lovely bit of surf right there, which should hold some big bass. There's not going to be a quick time lapse of me setting up the rods today. I'm just going to get them set up. We'll get the rigs out. I'll show you what rigs we're using, etc. But yeah, we'll get to the bait and the rigs now, my friends. Very nice. Here we are then, everybody. So straight away, we're going to get a bait chucked out. We're throwing this out on our lovely 14-foot Penrath rod and reel. That's the first edition set. I bought it like 3 years ago. It's been a great rod for me, to be fair, for a budget set. Really happy with it. So yeah, the first bait we're putting out is going to be a nice stinky 3 times frozen mackerel head on one of Seaweight's Craig's pulley rigs. So we got one of his weights on as well. Beautiful pyramid lead right there. So we're going to allow this bait to roll around in the surf. We're literally going to cast this out about 10, 15 metres, that sort of thing. No need to clip this one down because yeah, as I said, only casting it a short distance. But yeah, it's a lovely rig. Not too much components on there to weigh it down. It's meant to be something you can cast out far. Obviously we won't be doing that today, but as you can see, it's top quality stuff. There's no massive bead or a slider right there, literally just a swivel and the line and a nice little pop up right there. So yeah, we're gonna get this cast out and hopefully get into a bass in that surf. Look at that. So on the tripod, we got the cups up high, as you can see up here, because that surf is pretty fierce at the moment. But yeah, let's go chuck this one out just a little bit beyond where these groins are. It's about 10, 15 metres out. And while we're packing the other rods together, we may get a bass on, you never know. There you go, cheeky little cast. Our bait's out there. Fingers crossed we get into a fish. The next bait we're going to be chucking out today is going to be some ragworm on a lovely wishbone rig. So we picked this up on Monday from George and he said he dug it on Sunday and now it's Wednesday. And look at how lively this stuff still is. We bought £2 and we used £1 of it on Monday, but to be honest, it still looks like we've got £1.5 of rag in here. There's so much in there, so we're going to have to put at least 2 ragworm baits out there, probably a bigger one for a bass at some point. But yeah, let's go get this baited up. Oh, look at that, lovely fresh worm. So here's the ragworm baited up on the wishbone. I've had this rig on the channel before, and it's my favourite rig so far. We got it paired with the 6-ounce gripper weight from Seaweight's. As you can see, we got size 2 hooks here. We got the clip down bit here, and then it is an up and over wishbone rig. We've got the flotation beads here made by Craig himself, and that'll keep it off the floor away from the crabs. But yeah, it's a lovely bit of kit. Well made. So for the third rig that I've chosen, we've got another pulley with a 2.0 hook. Now I made this rig and of course we paired it with Seaweight's weight as well. Lovely job. So that's a clip down lead, so you can connect your hook to it instead of having one of the clip down things in your rig. So that's happy days. We're going to get this chucked out on the multiplier rod and get a little bit more distance on it. That's a big ragworm bait on a 2.0. So we've got 3 nice fat ragworm on there. Going to get that cast out. Potential for flatfish, potential for bass, and whatever else may be lurking out there. So let's get it launched out and hopefully get a fish. Sweet as a nut. So we got the 3 rods out and the tide is going down at the moment. So low tide is about 1:40 PM. It's about 11:30 now, so we've got our first rod in at about 11. And then high tide is going to be at 7:30. Down Southbourne, there's a bit of a weird phenomenon where I think there's like 4 high tides or something silly like that a day. So apparently there's another low tide at like 9:30 and then a high tide at 10:30. But the difference between them is like 0.1 of a metre, so I've got no idea what's going on there. But yeah, the tide's going out at the moment. Will it make a difference? I'm not sure. We're the only one fishing on the beach at the moment, but I imagine this evening a lot of people will probably turn up for the rays, and fingers crossed the rays will come in as well. As you can see, we've got all the rods halfway up the tripod, just to try and keep them out of the surf. It's not working the best, they're getting pulled around a little bit, but we've had them out for a decent amount of time where it's not been a problem. Realistically, you want to be fishing right on the edge of the tide, and I was at the start, but where the tide's going down, I'm just going to leave them where they are probably. So just before we get too far in the video, I'll show everyone what bait we have today. So I've got 2.5 packs of sand eels, because we'll be putting out single sand eels and squid and sand eel wraps out later for the rays. We've got a whole pack of squid there. We've got 3 times frozen mackerel heads there, so there's probably 4 or 5 in there. We've got 3 joey mackerel in there, they've been frozen twice, look at them, lovely job. We've got a couple of limpets there, and we've got a pack of sprats there, and obviously a load of ragworm. We've also got a wrap of about 12-13 black lug in there as well, so we'll give that a go. Well, isn't this fun? We've had a dog come and wee on the shelter. There's a woman all the way down there. Go look at that zoom, lovely. It's got 2 dogs. One ran over, the black one ran over, weed on my shelter, and then comes round, starts barking at me with his teeth out. She's probably 10 metres that way, and then her other dog is digging a hole 100 metres that way. People like that, it's just awful. Absolutely awful. If you can't keep control of your dogs, have them on a lead. Pathetic, eh? It's now 12:15. I unfortunately haven't seen any bites yet, and we've gone through all of the rods and changed the baits. We just put in a tip of squid and an extra ragworm on the end of this pulley rig, and we'll get that chucked out. But yeah, both the other baits on the wishbone and the mackerel head bait were untouched, so I've got a fresh bait on there, chuck those out as well. It's about 12:30 now, and the tide has gone out a fair way. It's gone about 15 metres backwards. So instead of having a mackerel head on, I'm going to put a flapper on now to do a bit of scratching, as there's not as much surf. And then in the evening time, when the tide's coming back up, we'll put that mackerel head back out and hope for the best. So we're changing the rig up on the other rod as well, and instead of the pulley rig, we're putting on another fresh wishbone from Seaways Craig again. Lovely job. So we got the same stuff. We got the spring here to keep the line nice and taut while you clip it down, and you got the clips down there. This is a more conventional wishbone. You've got a swivel here where the line goes through instead of a knot, and then on this one we've just got sequins and a stop knot. So yeah, another nice rig, really well made. And I'm gonna get this one chucked out far. The other one we've been chucking a little bit closer in. That's probably about 30 yards out. This one will probably blast out 100 yards. So yeah, we've got 4 size 2 hooks out there, and then 2 2.0s. So while it's been quiet on the rods during the day so far, I haven't been wasting my time, because this evening, hopefully, it's going to pop off with the tide coming up as the sun goes down. So what I've been doing is I've been making use of my time. I've been making single strips of squid and sand eel wraps there. So I've got about 10 there, and we've still got a bag and a half of sand eels. I'll probably finish off this bag here and have about 14, 15 wraps, and then keep some sand eels by just to put on their own. It's now 2:30 and we still just haven't even had a bite, to be honest. The bait's been coming in untouched most of the time. But one problem I have noticed is that the rigs have been getting tangled up a little bit where it's got long snoods. So what I've done now is I've changed it off for a 2-hook flapper from Sea Weights, and it's got all the shiny stuff on it, all the beads and a flotation bead right there. So yeah, these got size 4 hooks on them. Gonna get this out and give it a go with a shorter snood. Ladies and gentlemen, it has just hit 3 o'clock and I've just reeled in the multiplier rod, and guess what? On the wishbone, we've done it. Finally we've done it. It's no massive fish, it's not a trophy fish by any means, and it's not my PB, nowhere near, but we've done it. We've caught a place, everybody. Look at that. That's what we're down here for. We're down here for the flatfish during the day, and as I said, sole and rays, bass, etc. during the night. But we've done it. Yes, look at that. We caught a lovely little place on the wishbone. So yeah, that's the one with the sequins and the generic swivel one. Happy days on the ragworm. Lovely job. Look at that. We have done it. So we're going to get this buddy unhooked. Hopefully do that well. We might show that and give it a go myself, because Dan's quite good at doing it. But happy days. I'm absolutely gassed. I've been waiting all day for this, and we've done it. Let's go. So now we have a bit of bad news and a bit of good news. So the bad news is that Dan, Dangler, has probably got my forceps, and the only tool that I've got to get in the mouth is one of these. Now that's not the best for a flatfish, but luckily, if you see how the hook is, it's a bit bendy and out of place. We managed to, out of place, right, what a banger, what a joke. We managed to get him off with no damage at all. Look at that, lovely job. So we're gonna go get this place back. Absolutely chuffed. And it's great that I managed to get the hook out without hurting the fish. Absolutely gassed, everyone. We've been down here for what, probably 4 hours or so, and I haven't seen a bite at all. And we've just gone and caught a place. So yeah, nothing massive, but that's definitely helped my confidence and it's made me happy. So there you go, we've caught a fish during the day. So let's put him down just there. He's already flapping. Look at him go. Go on, son. He's buried himself in the sand there. Look at that. Ain't that cute? Oh boy. Happy days. I think he's just there. Yep, off he goes. Happy days. Genuinely, that feels so good. It has been so long. We caught our first fish. Happy days, everyone. If you're enjoying the content, as always, please do subscribe to the channel. We're trying to do some great things this year. I'll think about doing a list of what sort of fish I want to catch, but it's a bit cliche really, but I'll think about doing it and I'll get that posted. But yeah, smash that sub button, smash that like button as well, and drop a comment as well. Very nice. So all of you won't notice it yet, but it's getting noticeably a little bit darker. It's currently about 3:30 and sunset is at 5 o'clock. So as I said, with the tide being high at about 7:30 and the sun setting at 5 o'clock, we're going to have a good bit of fishing for 2 or 3 hours when it goes dark and the tide comes in. So I reckon probably at about 5 o'clock when that sun goes down is when I'll start chucking out some of the sand eel and squid wraps, and we'll start changing up the baits for bigger fish like the bass. But it's going to be good fun. One thing that I am going to say is I'm going to be doing a live stream. If you haven't joined any live streams before, then I'd thoroughly appreciate if you did. They're great fun, and you can meet the rest of the community that watches the videos, and they're good fun. But that also means that the footage will be a little bit blurrier, probably a little bit more foggy, as YouTube doesn't allow 4K live streaming. But there you go, very nice. Right everyone, so it's just hit 5 o'clock and the sun has gone down completely now, so in about an hour or so it's going to be pitch black, which is coolio beanios. So fingers crossed the night fish is going to start coming out soon. What I've done is I've got 2 pulley rigs already set up with size 3/0 hooks on, and I've already got the squid and sand eel wrap put on those as well. So I'm going to be chucking out one of those, or both of those, pretty soon, in the next 15-20 minutes probably, in the hopes for a ray. So I don't know if I said, but I'm going to be chucking one as far as I can and then have one close in, as there's a bank out there where the rays tend to sit around, and that's what you want to try aim for. So yeah, there should be a pretty good chance of catching a ray down here. I'm looking for a small-eyed ray, and I think that might be the only sort of ray you get down here. You probably get thornbacks, potentially, and what's the other one? Small-eyed and blonde rays. Yeah, one of those two. So yeah, very nice. Let's get into the evening session, and hopefully it'll be more productive than the day session. Here's the first bait we're going to be putting out for the rays. So as I said earlier on, when it was light and there was nothing much going on, I made about 10 squid and sand eel wraps up. So we've got a nice compact wrap there, it's about the same size as my pinky finger. And we've got this one on Craig from Seaweight's pulley rig. I'm using his one because it is more lightweight, and we're going to try and get a bit of distance on this one. So now the sun's going down, we're going to get the UV torch out and light up the weight and also the bead as well. And we'll get this one cast out far. And fingers crossed tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'll show you a lovely ray. We've already had that PLAICE, which is target species. It would have been nice to have a couple more. But at the end of the day, we came down here for one species during the day and we got it. So there we go. On to the rays. And here is the second bait for the rays tonight. So it's the same thing on a pulley rig, sand eel and squid. Both of them are 3.0. It may be better to choose a 2.0 hook for the rays because they're quite small down here. So we may go down to a 2.0 or maybe even a 1.0 to be fair. We've got one of the green/white leads here, and these ones glow up amazingly and for a long time. So yeah, we'll get this one all UV'd up and get it sent out a little bit closer in. I've chosen a 5-ounce for this one, still a gripper. I don't think we really need grippers today as the pyramid lead has been doing a really good job. But as you can see, that thing is buzzing. Look at that, away from over here. It's like plutonium. Happy days. And one last thing quickly before we head over to a live stream. This is going to be put on a 4.0 pulley rig. So we've got one squid and a load of these little ragworm, because we're not going to get through all of that just by trying to go for flatfish, unfortunately. And we've only had one, obviously. But yeah, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sort of thing, ragworm in there with a nice squid. We're going to get that chucked out for a bass. Lovely job. There you go, 24 hours, everybody. If you want to do Seaweight's order, head over to seaweights.co.uk. Oh, well, that's on Slack. Yes, we've done it already, ladies and gentlemen. We've already done it. No way. Let's go. Sweet. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, you wouldn't even believe it. Give me a second, everybody. Give me a second. You wouldn't even believe it. Yes. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, yo, I'm shaking. I knew what, you know what I mean? You just know what it's going to be when you're bringing it in. Look at this, right? Look where the hook is. There's his mouth. And look where the hook is. What's going on there, man? We'll feed this one. We'll give him a sand eel for his troubles. But yeah, we'll get him unhooked. Let's go. We saw the slack line and we caught the ray already. Oh, I'm not shaking. I'm happy. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Right then, we're getting cleaned off a little bit with sand, but what do you know, eh? What do you know? We'll show you what we caught it on, my friends. I believe this is a small-eyed ray. Oh, it won't be a blonde ray, will it? Ah, you messy pup. We'll go give it a clean and get a picture, I reckon. Oh, lovely job. Oh, lovely job. Here we go then. Yeah, so we've got that on Craig's, Craig's rig there, everybody, pulley rig. Very nice, pop-up bead and all. Squid and sand eel, and the lovely weight. Happy days, look at that. Hope you guys can see me. Lovely job. Oh, why is that on there still? Go away. Oh, I'm gassed, let's go. Absolutely gassed. Right, let's get that rig out of the way. Not drop the fish. Right, we're going to try and grab it like the professionals do on the mouth without getting bitten. Oi! Oi! Oh, this is not going to work, is it? Oi, 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 there we go. Lovely job. Get the product in shot, why not? For the boys, there you go, look at that. Cracking job. She's curled herself up a little bit, we'll go get her back. We got a lovely small-eyed ray, I believe. Beautiful. I'll take you guys down as well. That's what we're down here for. Over the moon with that, absolutely over the moon, as you can tell. We're not getting bitten tonight. Pretty sure that's a small-eyed. Nice small-eyed, Brighton angler. Happy days, look at that. It's nothing massive, but that'll do the job. That's what we're here for, small-eyed rays. Lovely. I'm not sure if you get undulates down here, you probably do at some point. Right then. There you go, fishy. Go on in, darling. All right then, just sit there then. Don't you worry, everybody. I have not killed the ray, it's okay, don't worry. There you go, you can see she's breathing. Making sure no one's up there nicking me stuff. We'll make sure she gets back fine, don't you worry, everybody. Just throw it, pick her up and throw her up. A little bit, it's fine by me. Come on, darling, let's go. Here we go then. What you doing, you silly Billy? Don't be silly. There she goes. Nice. Yes! Get in, friends. Happy days. Right then. Which way to go, Matt? Lucky man. I really appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm going to head out of here, get the shower packed down and dried off. To be fair, I'll probably take it up there, the shower over there. I'll just do a bit of nice fresh water on there. And yeah, Pete's still here as well. So, kayak dangler, the boy. Thanks so much, everybody. Happy days. Good old session. Yeah, watch out for the video. Hopefully be live on one of the days next week. I won't say which one because it's going to be one of 4 basically. But yeah, there you go. Nice one. Thank you, everybody. And I'll see you in the next one. See, not on my phone. Ah!